Hey, this is Anne-Marie's 25 of the Lee Williams Show, and I'm coming to you today to do a quick review of a product that I used recently, and the name of the product is this. This is the NYX, and this product is the Dewy Finish Setting Spray. So I purchased this for about $7.99, and not sure if you can see that, might not show up, but I paid $7.99 with tax. It was about $8.50. I purchased this okay, it's July 15th today, and I purchased this about a couple weeks ago, so July 3rd. And I was very excited about getting this product because I have been doing research, trying to find ways to make my makeup stay in place longer. Given the fact that I have oily skin and acne prone skin, it is a challenge for me to find something. And so I was in the market for the Urban Decay All-Nighter. But the price was kind of high, so I was waiting to get that. But then I was also hearing reviews that it may not be good for acne prone skin. So I was looking to try the model in a bottle, but this one was more readily available, and I wanted to give it a try. NYX, I do like their other products, and for $7.99 I decided to give it a try. So the first day I used it, I washed my face. I moisturized it like I normally do. I applied my primer. Well, I use an oil control lotion. I use MAC products primarily. I use MAC and Mary Kay products. But primarily this day I was using MAC products. So I washed, moisturized, applied my oil control lotion, and I also used my MAC Prep and Prime. And then I proceeded to use my MAC Studio Tech foundation and my powder to set it. And then finally I used this NYX Dewy Finish. Okay, and when I first initially used the product, I like how it went on. It went on like really, I don't know, I didn't feel any burning or stinging because I do have acne prone skin, sensitive skin, so I didn't feel any burning or anything like that. I wanted to keep using it because it did feel good. I do have MAC's, you know, the facial spray. I do have that, and I really don't use that as much, but I do like that, and I do like the way it feels. So this kind of felt, you know, pretty good. So I looked at my makeup and I liked the way it looked, but immediately I could tell that that my face immediately looked waxy, kind of waxy look to it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's what they mean by dewy finish. Because when I went to purchase this, there was a picture, and it had like a side-by-side picture of, you know, without the dewy and with the dewy. And the dewy kind of looked, I don't know, it kind of, I just liked the way it looked. It looked more natural, more real to me. So that's why I wanted to try the dewy finish. Now it did, I was not immediately sold on using dewy finish because I have oily skin, and I didn't think that the dewy finish would work good with oily skin. But I always do research before I buy products. I could be in a grocery store, wherever, and I'm not an impulsive buyer. So anymore. And so I always do research before I purchase products, and I did see a review on YouTube that said that, you know, they used it, they have oily skin, and it worked fine for their skin. It didn't cause breakouts. Okay, so yeah, I used it that day, July 3rd. I was working outside. It was very hot. But I don't recall me sweating. I probably was sweating, but I don't recall sweating. I really don't recall that day. Because it also rained that day. I believe. Yeah, July 3rd. Yeah, it did rain. It did rain because I was expecting to see a fireworks show that day, but it was canceled because of the rain. And so it was hot, but then it was cool because of the rain, and I was not hot. But I remember checking my makeup a couple of times, and my face looked very busy. You know, it just looked busy, oily, shiny. It looked slick, and it looked it didn't look bad, but it just didn't look good. And so later on, I was trying to convince myself that that's how the dewy finish is supposed to look. But then later, I got confirmation from a person, and you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but this person was mentally ill. And she walked by, and she really doesn't have a filter. And I'm not filtered that much myself, but the person is mentally ill, and she walks through the neighborhood, and she walked by me, and she said, "Oh, you're sweating," and I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's confirmation, because the girl, you know, she has no filter, but I know that she wouldn't say anything to be mean. She's just really straightforward, honest, like to the point. She says whatever's at the top of her mind. And you know, it's funny because I'm similar to her. I mean, I'm very, you know, straightforward. And you know, that was confirmation that the product was not working well with my skin. And let me tell you, ladies, I am so upset that it did not work, because I was so looking forward to really falling in love with this product. Okay, now I can say that it doesn't have any smell. So if you have oily skin, I would say if you have really oily skin, because I have really oily skin, and I would say that is not good for oily skin. I will also say that I don't recall it causing me to have breakouts. So that is good, because I was worried, because I was like, oh, a silicone spray, it might cause breakouts, but it didn't. Also, I would say that, you know, I kind of knew better to get this product because of my oily skin. But the reason why I convinced myself, in addition to looking at the video that mentioned that, you know, she had oily skin and it didn't cause any problem, that kind of convinced me. But a lot. But at the same time, I do have oily skin, and sometimes oily products, or products that wouldn't typically seem like it would go well for my skin, actually does work. So because I use products with shea butter, a lot of moisturizers, olive oil, coconut oil on my face, and they do work well with my skin. So I was kind of using that same type of analogy, but again, my first thought was dewy finish was not the one I needed. I needed the matte finish. But I really don't like the idea of a matte face. You know, I have, you know, blemished skin, acne prone skin, but I don't like to look totally like beat. I don't like my face to look totally beat. Like, I just like to look like normal. So I just had this thing about, you know, when you are, if you have a male friend and you take off your makeup, you should look somewhat in the vicinity of the same and not a drastic difference from when you have makeup on. Okay, of course makeup is supposed to enhance, but it's not supposed, I don't think it should dramatically enhance, because you know, you get into this thing of wearing a mask, and you know, I don't like the idea of wearing a mask. So I didn't want to try to matte finish, but because of my experience, I am going to try the matte finish. I do regret throwing away the receipt, because let me tell you, I just knew, I was just like, oh, this is it. This, you know, I'm so excited for a product, and it was just such a disappointment. And I'm very bitter about this. So not only do I say not get this if you have oily skin, but not only do I say no, but I say hell no. Okay, so I'm going to give the matte finish a try. Even though I feel like I'm about to waste money again, but I did want to, you know, at least try out the cheaper products before I move on, because I'm almost positive that Model in a Bottle is going to be more than $7.99. So I'm going to give it a try, because I do like NYX's products. I really do. I love their color line. I love how vibrant their colors are, and I love their jumbo eye pencils. So I am not turned off against the company, but I do believe that it should be out there. And I want to say something to people out there who do reviews. Whether you are being sponsored or not, I believe that you should always give your honest 100% opinion. If you have something bad to say about a product, I really believe that you should say what it is, whether the company is sponsoring you or not. Now, I did purchase this with my own money, but irregardless of whether a company is sponsoring you or not, they want your feedback. They have focus groups and all these different things that they pay people to come in to hear their feedback, and they're not going to be hurt if you tell them that something is wrong with their product. They want to know, because a lot of times they could go back and reformulate. You know, if they hear the same complaints over and over, they could go back, retool, reformulate. But there's a lot of people out there that's holding back their fire and not giving 100% reviews because they're afraid of company bashing or product bashing. But you know, I'm a journalist, and I believe in unbiased reviews. I believe that that's when people are looking for feedback on reviews, they're looking for the truth. They don't want to hear that you wouldn't say something bad about a company, because that's not what they want to hear. Like, if it's something bad, people need to know. They need to know the good, the bad, the ugly. And, you know, so that's why I wanted to make sure that I did this video. And I'm always going to give my 100% opinion, whether I am sponsored by a company or not, whether someone gave me the product or what have you, because I believe that we learn more, you know, we learn from each other. And I think that we do a disservice to each other or one another if we are giving these patty cake reviews. So, that's why I made sure I did this review, because we need to know. I didn't see a lot of reviews on this, and just in case you were, you wanted another opinion, that's my opinion. So I want to thank you so much for watching this review and this episode of the Lee Williams Show. And you stay tuned for more videos and more honest reviews. And stay tuned. Bye-bye.